the center and west end right here.
Drive is the main route around the park. The Norris Canyon Road that cuts across the middle of the loop allows us to think of this drive as a figure eight. The northern is the upper loop, and the southern half, of course, is the lower loop. So, how is it that this type of geyser has formed a solid cone at the top? Well, I'm going to explain that, and it's mainly because I love saying the words silicious sinter. Go ahead, say it with me.
It's called Artist Pots. Now let's walk all the way up. People are going all the way there. Let's see. Blood geyser. Not sure why the name is like that. The name of this geyser evokes images of some event. Splattering up there often right now. This is Norris Geyser Basin. See in the back. Norris Geyser Basin, another location. You can see the fumes coming out. Another location at Norris, and I see a few more. This is a steamboat geyser. This is called Ichinus Geyser. There is another geyser right there. This is the backdrop of the Norris Geyser Basin. Here is another one. You can see the fumes coming out. You can smell the sulfur. And we're gonna meet back. See the fumes of geyser. Smell it. You can see how it's boiling right there. This is called Blue Mud Steam Vent.
So, at the Old Faithful, if we had more time, we'd go there, but we'd have to spend the night. So we'd be back on Saturday.
I'm on the trail going towards this waterfall. Let's see how it looks from the bottom. Here is the canyon behind the waterfall, or other side of the waterfall. And if you turn this way, here shows the waterfall. This is the view from Overlook. The same point, this place people are there. I was there and now I'm looking from the top. So, this is how it looks at the canyon here. And there are some more points able to view that. This is called Nesting Osprey. It's the same waterfall from the point.
Look in there and get a picture.
Energetic. After the velvet is rubbed off, the antler becomes hard as bone. And those racks are the main weapon in battles between the bull males vying for the right to mate with the females. After the rut, the males seem to all become friends again and hang out together through the winter. When the spring arrives, the males will knock their antlers off and start growing them from nothing all over again. They're probably relieved.
Look at this beautiful view here. It's very hard to see in the camera, but it's awesome. this is very interesting. Can you see this Yellowstone River? And all these bar kind of shape was made by the volcano. It's very interesting. Same you can see on this side too. This river.
Going around, you're gonna experience some mud features, some thermal mud features in lots of areas. Going through nice little forest, past 2 lakes, and then you'll be hiking along the south ridge of the canyon.
This is Mammoth Hot Spring. You can see the smoke coming out. Again, sulfur I can smell. This is from the top. Here is another one. Then I'm gonna go all the way on the top. I think there is something there too. Another area of Mammoth Hot Spring. Now you can see from the top the highest point here, and here another hot spring fuming here. These are found here at the Mammoth Hot Spring.
Here's the turn for Firehole Canyon Road. If you turn in, I guarantee you'll enjoy the drive, as this area is commonly active. Our first stop is to visit Firehole Falls, an attractive cascade waterfall. I'll let us know when we reach the parking area. Firehole River sounds almost apocalyptic as a name, wouldn't you say? Its name was given by early fur trappers who came through this area. The steam from the geyser basins further upstream, like around Old Faithful, gave the appearance of smoke rising from the river. Thankfully, there are no actual flames coming out of the river. But I'm going to skip forward to white and European history. French fur trappers were believed to be the very first Europeans to venture this way in the late 1700s, but their travels are undocumented. Keep in mind that Yellowstone sits on a high plateau of 7,000 to 8,000 feet and is surrounded by huge mountain ranges on 3 sides. Not exactly easy to get to. The first known white explorer to venture Yellowstone's way was John Coulter, who was a member of the Lewis and Clark expedition. In 1805, the main expedition was told about the area, but they chose not to divert this way to investigate yellow and green. As the water temperatures cool, they move to a more dullish orange. At cooler zones, colors will become less brilliant, being more grayish and brown. However tempting it is, please do not attempt to touch these mats with a stick or your hands or anything else that might disturb them. problems for the moose, with much of this forest type being burned off. It was reported that many older moose did not survive the following winter.
This is called Fountain Paint Spot. See the bubbles. String cheese. This is the geyser towards the Old Faithful, one of the This is Old Faithful, one of the famous place in Yellowstone. We are approaching to the parking lot of Old Faithful.
There are 3 major parking lots here that are all about the same distance away from Old Faithful. If we stay on this road to its end, it'll take us straight into one of 2 side-by-side lots behind the visitor center.
Old Faithful. Old Faithful is faithful now. Ooh, wow. How much water it has. Here is Mr. Bison. Bison comes here. This is called Kepler State Falls. Now this is called West Thumb Lake. This is a big lake here, maybe getting frozen during the winter time. roaring mountain.
Wasn't quite as likely. So, why is this called Golden Gate? This area was formed by a volcanic eruption, the rock created by fused volcanic ash. Most of the color comes from the orange and yellow lichens that grow on these rocks. We see a large 23-ton boulder on the side of the road coming up. The road through the canyon section has been widened several times, and each time the road is repositioned, this 23-ton lump of rock is picked up and moved to where the new edge of the road is located. We're about to enter an area that looks like there's been a rock slide. And that's exactly what happened here. This area contains what's called the hoodoos. We can turn into the hoodoos on the west side of the road after the bends. It's an unsigned small entrance right after a bend, so slow down and be ready for a quick turn. The loop is only about 150 yards long, but it takes us right through the boulder fields. A long time ago, these rocks tumbled down from an ancient hot spring formation that's now called Terrace Mountain. Now you might already know that the geological term for hoodoos means pillars or towers that have been left behind by erosion. So to a geologist, these are actually not true hoodoos, but it's believed these oddly arranged boulders were called hoodoos, mainly for their impressive appearance and not their true geological definition. It really does give you the feeling of being in a land of giants.
They act like you guys love each other. They don't love each other. Stop doing I'm at it. Let's go. No, Mama, take a picture of Mama. No, take it off. No, it's Gracie. It's a little. Gracie, go, Daddy. I'm never gone. You will die. I'm going to hide.
Have you? Onto sticks and rocks and stuff.
What's your name? Justin. Justin? Okay, so we're going to try to change Justin's behavior. We're going to try to do something to make Justin do something. Okay, so everybody do what I do. Hey, Justin! Hey. Hi, Justin! Hi! Did we change Justin's behavior? Yeah. Okay, wave to everybody give Justin a hand.
This is Lamar Valley, and you can see the elks here grazing. None of them have the horns. One is getting up here. This is Lamar River behind me, and in the Lamar Valley you can see lots of bisons behind me. See. Really? See the car coming behind us. Is it coyote or something?